It's going to be basically a stock pickers market. We're going to have to look for these names that have good infrastructure, a base of subscribers, just some edge that's beyond just access to capital at 0% interest, and then see how they actually integrate new AI technologies into them in order to scale out. And this, when I look at hymns, like they were just a couple of stats here, they have like their revenues went up 52% year over year for the year ending Q2 2024. They hit 2 million subscribers in late 2024, and they had a revenue growth of 77%. So they've really cut a lot of the fat that was there because you're right. Actually, you reminded me with the ED pills that they were offering. That's where I first heard about HIMS about a year and a half ago. And I
Right.
was like, this is not so interesting. And then when I look back on them now, their product offerings are just scaling out.
Right.
Same thing when we looked at Monday.com. All right. It's a company that's been around. We've seen them. We've seen them. All of a sudden now they're like, hey, let's turn the screws of productivity with the AI tools that we have
That's
and
right.
really scale this out, not with a chatbot, but literally in being able to use these systems in order to increase what they can deliver to customers.
Right.
So when you're calling this a growth stock, like it was a value stock.
At one point, yes, it actually even made my value list some months ago, but it's now risen so quickly that I can't count it as a value stock anymore. It's not even undervalued anymore. By most metrics, I would count this as overvalued, but that's the important thing to focus on here is how fast do we think they can continue to grow using some of these techniques, adding value through AI and continue to expand their product line into areas that, consumers obviously demand, but also like trying to overcome some of these hurdles in the GLP-1 space. Just looking at the year to date performance, they had hit a peak of like 173% in the first, couple of months here, not even month and a half, and then pulled back quite a lot. But even year to date, they're up 95%. Just thinking back to our big meteoric rise in coverage of MicroStrategy is basically break even for the year. And if we go back a year, HIMS has actually beat MicroStrategy over the last year. It's up 423% to MicroStrategy's 345%.
There's the
So
tweet.
for sure. So I think that's what concerns me a little bit is that it really kind of hit that valuation target in my mind. It's slightly overvalued at the moment. But if it's a growth stock, then I would be interested in buying the pullbacks on this
Right.
and continue to try to see where they show up in the coming quarters for earnings reports.